Thank you. My singing career was one thing, and the show with Franco was another one. Recording my records in the past was one thing, and working with Ann Geddes was another one.
So we'll put the baby on the front first, and then you lean forward. But don't forget the baby at the back.
Bonne nuit, cher enfant, dans tes langes blancs.
To combine the magic of the music and the magic of the image, the miracle of life itself, it's right there in front of your eyes. Just capture it.
Celine doesn't want to give this one back.
I think that it was an amazing privilege to be photographed with those amazing newborns.
That's great. And then you have got your arm around the one that's here. Then we'll have one here, and then we'll have one here.
Okay. And I could hold it so close to me. I could hear them, their heartbeats, their organs. I could feel their smell and smell. It was amazing.
Okay, Celine, just run your hand around the top of the pillow, just gently. Have some hair going over her hand. Where's Ken? Okay, everyone down. Okay. Celine, just tuck your little finger in on your left hand. That's it. Just in a little bit round the pillow. That's it.
The way that people responded to Celine Dion's latest project with the babies, the Miracle Project, was similar to the way they've responded to other projects. Celine Dion's fans loved it. It endeared her even more to them. And then there were people who just kind of rolled their eyes or laughed and thought, oh, this is just too corny for words. But it doesn't seem to bother her that people think that. I mean, or if it does, she doesn't make a big deal about it. And I think that's kind of refreshing, frankly.
She's very sincere. Probably is really nice to people at restaurants and who want her autograph.
I just went up to her and said, "Welcome to Sesame Street, Celine," and she was really nice.
You cannot ask people to buy your tickets, buy your records, buy your new book. Yeah, but, you know, leave me alone.
I want to meet her, but I'm too shy.
Hi.
Hi.
Happy to meet you. Happy to say hello. You're someone I'd like to know. That's very clear to see.
Everybody slags Celine for making soft records or corny records or mushy records, but people forget that pop music stands for popular, and it's what's popular, so we don't care what the critics say. The critics are always going to slag the things that sell the most, always.
Especially if your life is pretty amazing and your career is pretty awesome. There must be something wrong. We'll keep in touch. We'll look. We'll try to find out something behind the scenes.
Where with other divas, things like their hair and their makeup and their wardrobe put them more on a pedestal or make them seem more unreachable. Celine Dion's many different phases or faux pas for some people have really made her more accessible.
She went through some really hard fashion times. She really knows how to work a tuxedo pant. And remember that fedora incident? That was pretty rough. It probably took some time to get over. And I think she was the one that wore the backwards jacket, right?
She's real. She is genuine. She is who she is. You know, people talk about this, you know. But Celine feels things that way, and that's how she was brought up. She was brought up as a French Canadian. You know, she's very in touch with French culture, and that's more dramatic, you know. That's who she is, and people know that. They know her sincerity.
Sometimes she shares a little bit, as they say, too much. Like, I mean, and it comes again from such an honest place. I mean, I think she just loves being a mother, and she loves being a wife, and she loves truly being a performer. She comes from such a great tradition that way. But she does tend to, yeah, she'll reveal a bit. She revealed a bit about Renee Shaw.
When you open the diaper, this is the truth in there.
You have to open the diaper and look at the poop, huh? Because that is where the truth is, you know what I'm saying, sister? You know, you can see what he ate, and if he is digesting good, I do it with the baby too. Where does my heart beat now?
I think that she is just genuinely who she is. I think that, you know, no matter whether Saturday Night Live or whoever makes jokes about whatever, you know, the chest thumping or, you know, about her behavior or her style or her lack of sometimes grace, they think, with the English language. You know, a lot of people say she's corny. A lot of people will say all these things. You cannot take away that she's arguably one of the world's greatest singers. And I think she's inspired a lot of talented people.
'Cause I'm your lady, and you
Sometimes I watch American Idol and I see these artists that try to emulate other artists. Celine did that when she started. But eventually you find a style of your own. That's the most important thing in this business.
I don't know if anybody's really quite nailed that Celine thing. You know, we usually tell people it's probably not the wisest choice because she's such a stylized, great singer. You know, you'll just, you know, pretty much pale in comparison to someone that great.
There's only one Celine, and anything she does, you'll know it's Celine. Anybody that tries to sound like Celine, you'll know it's someone trying to sound like Celine.
You know, she doesn't really have many contemporaries. I mean, there are people that are big in America, and there are people that are popular in Canada, but she's really popular worldwide. I think when you go to her show in Las Vegas, there's a lot of people there that don't speak English. There's a lot of Chinese, Japanese. I mean, they come from all over.
I love you too, girlfriend.
She moved to Vegas because that's where her work was. And her work was to be in one place, so she wouldn't have to always be traveling around with her little boy. And her work was also to bring the show to as many people as possible.
I see skies so blue and clouds so white. The bright, blessed day, the dark, sacred night.
Celine Dion can keep doing what she's doing as long as she wants to. I could see her doing the show in Vegas 20, 30 years from now.
What a wonderful world.
She's really a grande dame, as I say, and that it's very rare to have in this story, you know, to have, you cannot have people like Celine every year, you know, so something rare. So I think one day she will go back to the road because it's where she comes from.
Celine is a true champion. And I think like all really, really great champions, they walk. And it wouldn't surprise me at all for Celine to one day in the very near future just go, I'm done.
For many years, my vocal cords were the leader of my life. They were deciding everything for me. Maybe I don't sing as technically good today, but I surely sing much better.
She wasn't a typical 12-year-old. She didn't smile. She was very shy. But when she started singing, it was amazing. Her face changed, her soul changed, and it came out.
What a wonderful
I'm not 17 years old. I'm 37 years old. My songs today and my life today and my career today makes much more sense to me now. It's today that I live. It's today that I know much more. I think it's wonderful to grow older. I feel much happier today than when I was 22 or 25. I'm in control of my life. I'm in control of my happiness, and this is what needs to come through my songs.
Is the lighting good?
Para
okay? This is where I do my weights. I could go on and on and on. Now I'm up to it. This is pretty wild. You're so scared when you start. You're so cold. You're not sure. You go there, and then mid-show, 3/4, you wish you could start right there. Right now, it's over. I'm ready for tomorrow, but it's a day off. I'm sorry.